Support for WCBU's On Deck comes from State Farm agent Aaron Kilgore. Aaron and his team offer individualized insurance coverage plans to community members at their Sterling Plaza location. Information on home, life, and auto insurance at aaronismyagent.com. This is WCBU.
Hey, it's Colin Shope, host of WCBU's On Deck. If you enjoy listening to this podcast, then please help support it financially. Give now during Spring Fund Drive at wcbu.org/donate. A major disc golf tournament will play out in Morton. That's just one of the things you'll want to hear about to start your day for Wednesday, April 10th. I'm Colin Shope, and this is WCBU's On Deck. First on deck today, new tech under development at the Jump Trading and Simulation Center at OSF St. Francis Medical Center is giving doctors a better look at individual patients' hearts through virtual reality. WCBU's Tim Shelley has more.
Virtual reality can convert medical scans into interactive sequential 3D models of the heart. Dr. Matthew Bramlett is a pediatric cardiologist at the University of Illinois College of Medicine at Peoria. He also directs the Advanced Imaging and Modeling Lab at OSF's Jump Trading and Simulation Center.
It allows us to interact and visualize this in some cases, very complex organ as it's functioning rather than in a static state, which most pictures are just a static image of the heart.
Bramlett says the image allows doctors to create a semi-transparent heart model and look at the organ's internal operations from any angle. He says custom modeling is important.
Each heart is like a snowflake. It's very different, and if there's a problem, it's because the plumbing's not fixed to be ideal for that patient.
Bramlett says technology is also helpful for surgeons pre-planning an operation on any other complex organ. For WCBU's On Deck, I'm Tim Shelley.
Here are some other stories we're following in the WCBU newsroom. A group of Bradley students are hosting an event for students to share their experience with mental health and how to access support. And proposals to raise residents' monthly garbage collection and wastewater collection and treatment charges were put on hold Monday by the Pekin City Council. Plus, Peoria Public School District 150 has a clearer idea of how structurally sound its buildings are. Find more of these stories and all the details at wcbu.org. Greater Peoria is becoming a world-renowned spot for the growing sport of disc golf. Another mark of validation comes later this month with the arrival of a major professional disc golf tournament to the region. WCBU's Joe Deacon reports.
Avid disc golfer Jack Ressler says his dad tried to get him into the sport when he was in junior high, but it took a while for his passion to take hold.
I didn't really get hooked until my senior year of high school when I started going with buddies and stuff like that. And kind of throughout senior year of high school, go to college, that kind of kept my group of friends from high school together. It was when everybody's back in town from school, we go play disc golf for an hour or two every weekend or so.
Ressler says he tries to hit the courses whenever the weather's nice, particularly during the summer. Typically, it's at least 3 or 4 times each week. He says the appeal of disc golf is that it's a pretty straightforward sport.
You throw it from one place and you try to end up in a different place, and whoever does it the best wins. So it scratches the competitive itch, it scratches the personal development itch as well. You want to do better every single time you go out there, and when you don't do as good as you can, it just drives you to work at it more and more.
Last year, Ressler joined the operations team at the Ledgestone Disc Golf facility in Washington. The company sells discs, apparel, and other accessories for both pro and casual players, and also sponsors the annual Ledgestone Invitational in Greater Peoria each August. Ledgestone president Nate Heinold says disc golf has seen an ongoing surge in the number of players over the last 15 years for a variety of reasons.
It's cheap to play. There's a ton of easy access here in the area. Most of the properties in the area are free. You just walk up and play. You can play quickly. You can get the equipment for pretty cheap, the discs. And so disc golf has caught on, not just for younger people, but for all ages.
Heinold says the Peoria area continues to develop new courses, which in turn gives more people the opportunity to play.
We have a new course coming online here, Brady Park in East Peoria. We put in Kennel Lake a few years ago in Morton. We've added Sunset Hills several years ago in Pekin. We've added the second course to Northwood. I mean, Morton Park District is wonderful to work with, and so are all of our partners. But we have easy access to put courses in the ground here.
Heinold is also the president of the Pro Disc Golf Association, and he says Peoria's budding reputation as a disc golf destination helped land one of this season's majors, the PDGA Champions Cup. Heinold likens it to Pro Golf's U.S. Open or PGA Championship, bringing top players from around the world to Morton's Northwood Park.
That's the hardest course in the world, and so some of these players, they're going to be well over par on this course. That course has the hardest hole in the world as well, number 12. 1,050-foot par 5 up the hill through the woods to grandmother's house we go. It is such a hard course, and this course is specifically the U.S. Open of disc golf. It is brutal. The cream of the crop will rise to the top for this event. You cannot hide on this course at all.
Heinold says disc golf can offer a different appeal to spectators as well as players.
It's not as slow as golf. We play faster. The rounds take less time. But watching a white golf ball through the air is tough to see sometimes. It is really fascinating to watch people throw a Frisbee 500 feet through the woods.
Ressler says having a major tournament in the Peoria area showcases the region's disc golf community and increases people's familiarity with the sport.
When I started, if I told people I was about to go play around a disc golf, I'd get maybe some interesting looks and questions about what that is exactly. But fast forward to today, in the last couple of years, it seems like if I mention it, somebody else says, "Oh yeah, I love playing disc golf," or "I enjoy, going out with friends and trying it out once in a while." Or people have at least tried it nowadays and have a concept of what it is and kind of can see how big it's become.
Ressler says he's seeing players of all ages picking up the sport now and getting hooked quickly.
All it takes is one good throw where you see the disc do exactly what you want it to do and land exactly where it needs to be, and you're just like, it's just so satisfying.
The 4-day Champions Cup tournament starts on April 25th. More information is available at pdga.com. For WCBU's On Deck, I'm Joe Deacon.
Now, before we let you go, 80s heavy metal band Queensryche performs tonight at the Peoria Civic Center. They're performing their debut EP and first full-length album in full. The Rockers take the stage at 8 p.m. and tickets start at $30. And that's all for today. You can subscribe to WCBU's On Deck podcast on the NPR app, Apple, or Spotify.